So I want to go through a couple of things. It will for a bit. Oh, I'm sorry. Um, but there are a couple announcements that I want to go through, and I'm only going to do 2 cards today, but this is another episode where I decided I was going to case the catalog. So for those of you that don't know what case means, it's an acronym and it stands for copy and share everything. And so when you watch these videos, from time to time, I will case. I've been trying to do it, well, recently, once a month, have a weekend where that's what I'm doing. And that's just to show you that you can make, when you're looking through our catalogs, you can make the things in those catalogs. Those were real people that put those together. They're Stampin' Up! Products. So if you use Stampin' Up! Products, you know we're a paper crafting company and we cater to all levels of crafters. So if you are a crafty person, you want to be a crafty person, then you're in the right place. And you're in good company as well, because everybody else that's watching has a craft area, a craft room, a craft studio. They may or may not be a demonstrator that's watching. Hi, Veronica. See, like Veronica. Veronica's on my team. She lives on the other side of San Antonio. So hopefully one of these days she'll be able to just swing by and do some crafting with me. Her and Denise, and if Diane is ever going to come to town, actually Diane is coming to town because she's going to come to my October retreat, and she's traveling all the way from Plano. So but welcome. I hope wherever you are staying cool, because it's hot, it's humid, all that rain is like really just coming up, and then of course it wants to rain, so that doesn't help. And so but you know that can wreak havoc on our paper. And so staying inside and staying hydrated is really a really good option right now. So if you guys remember, late last week, I think it was, I don't remember what day it was 5 or 6 days ago, I posted a link to a quiz. And it's a quiz that was that was issued by Stampin' Up! And basically it was a quiz to find out what in color you were. And if you're like, what is in colors? In colors, we have 50 colors in the Stampin' Up! Product line, and they're divided by what we call families, color families. So you have your brights, your neutrals, your regals, and your subtles, but we also have another set of colors. Hi, Jenny. Jenny, I hope I'm saying that right, Jenny. But anyway, 10 of those colors is broken down in half, and they're called in colors. The whole family is called an in color, but they're broken in half because every couple of years, 5 of those colors rotate out, and then the other ones kind of scoot up to the next one that's going to be rotated out. But then what happens is we end up getting 5 new colors out of the deal, which always keeps the color line fresh from season to season. What's popular. Some coordinate very, very well with other ones that we already have in our product line. And so the quiz that Stampin' Up! Put out was, what in color are you? And it was basing it off the 2021 to 2023 colors, which is Fresh Freesia, Polished Pink, Soft Succulent, Pale Papaya, and Evening Evergreen. And so I thought it was really interesting. So after I took it, I wanted to make sure that we were able to share it with whoever. And I don't know if y'all see that cat in the window. Bino has decided that that's a good spot to jump on and hang out and look out the window. But little does he know, Chris is actually putting together in his room right now, so he's not making a whole lot of noise out here. He's putting together some partitions so that I can put over here on this side of the studio so that the cats can't come in here anymore. That's gonna be fabulous because y'all have no idea how many times I yell at these cats to get off of my stuff. And Beano likes ribbon, and so I'm constantly having to make sure that I don't leave any ribbon out, because if he sees ribbon, he's gonna go for it. Archie, on the other hand, likes to chew on plastic. So I'm constantly, I have dies. There's a couple of dies on the other side over there that you can tell a cat has chewed the outside of the plastic die case. So it's a struggle. The struggle is real when it comes to having cats that want to be up to no good in your craft room. So that's what I struggle with here. And I forgot where I was going. I was talking about in colors. Oh, the quiz. A lot of you took the quiz. So yay. And in that particular post, I said that whoever took the quiz and posted in the comments, and I looked as of last night, this is when I pulled all the names together. So anybody that went in there and did that today, your name's not going to be on this wheel. So I'm going to give away a prize for that, and I had it. I have a feeling it's underneath something. Oh, here it is. Is that it? It is somewhere on this table with me. And I'll probably find it moving some stuff around because I have the other two cards that we're going to do today. So we're going to give away a couple of prizes. Hi, Beverly. Thanks for sharing. Oh, by the way, if you're watching me and you don't see the live, you might be watching the replay on Facebook, or you might be watching me on my YouTube channel. And if you're watching me on YouTube, thank you very much for subscribing. If you haven't already subscribed, there's a red button down below. So if you click that, that will give you a notification of whenever I post a video out. So, but thank you. Cindy says, mine always steals my powder bag I use from, yeah, that's happened too. I have to keep mine in this top drawer that stays shut. I don't know what it is with them. They just kind of have their own minds sometimes. And I'm hoping I find the prize for the in color wheel. But we'll go ahead and get this started. I'm going to talk about some things. I've got my little list over here to the right. So let's go ahead, and maybe once I stand up, I will find the prize. So let's go ahead and get this flipped around. Let me pull this back just a little bit. I'm also looking for my prize at the same time. Like I said, I think I'll find it once I start moving a few things around. And we'll do the wheel next, but let me just go over our my monthly online ordering special. Top left-hand corner is the host code. So for the month of July, if you place an order with me online and it's at least $25 or more, you're going to get a free cut kit in order to make these 4 cards that use the Sweet Symmetry Suite. Let me straighten that up a little bit just to show you what your card kit will look like once it is mailed to you. You've got all of your card bases. So you have your 4 card bases, and then you'll also have all of the envelopes. I'm still missing one. I think I've just put it somewhere and I can't really find it. But anyway, you're going to have 4 envelopes, and in each envelope is going to be all the supplies you need to make each one of these cards. Now, the only thing I don't do is the stamping, because we can't do the stamping. But you can certainly substitute your greetings or little sentiments with maybe another stamp that you have. And if your order is if it's $50 or more, you're going to get a free spool of the Flirty Flamingo metallic ribbon if your order is $50 or more. Okay, so that is the monthly special. It goes all the way through the end of July. Yeah, let me go ahead and get a drawing out of the way. So this is our wheel. Every single week, whatever I make the previous week, and let me get that out, I give away. Okay, so if you joined me last week, we were working with the Garden Birdhouses stamp set, and we did these 3 cards. We did a landscape, a portrait one, and then we did one that was kind of simple stamping. So all 3 of these cards I'm going to give away. And on some of these, on the inside, have some stamping going on the inside, like this one does too. See? So if you want to see how we did these, you can always go back and look at last week's video, but somebody's about to win these. And what did I miss? Darla. Oh, hi, Darla. My Lazy Daisy stamper. Hi, Dana. Welcome. If I missed you, I will go back through the comments after the video, but we're about to give these 3 cards away. And how you can get your name on the wheel is when you like, comment, and share my videos. And when you share, you actually get 2 entries. Stampin' Up is my business. This is all I do. And so when you share the videos, this shows the video to more people can join us, more people know about classes and events and whatever else is going on. And when you share it, you also get an extra entry onto the wheel. So a lot of people have been winning lately with their share entries. So, but yeah, we're gonna give these away, okay? And so these are the names from last week. And let's spin this wheel. Meanwhile, I'm gonna look around for my prize that I had out for the other drawing. Carol Lee. Carol Lee, if you are watching, you won these 3 cards. And Carol Lee, the name doesn't sound familiar, so I don't think Carol's won before. So if anybody knows who Carol Lee is, or Carol, if you're watching the replay, I'm pretty sure I need your mailing address. So you can private message me your mailing address, and I only use your mailing address to send you your prize. Okay? So let me write that down because that's a new one. Carol Lee cards. Okay, so don't forget. Okay, so now I'm still looking around for my little prize that I had. Thinking, was it that little that I lost it? All right, bear with me, people. I think it's underneath something. Well, I don't think I put it back. Darla, do you know where it went? Darla, can you tell me where it's at? Okay, I'll buy a little bit more time. Y'all, don't forget, I'm going to be talking and looking at the same time. Don't forget, we are also in the Paper Pumpkin subscription period for next month's kit, which is going to be a collectible box. So if you enjoy a collectible Paper Pumpkin kit box, and if you're not familiar with Paper Pumpkin, it is our monthly paper crafting subscription service. Next month's kit, the August kit, is personally designed by our co-founder, Shelly. And let me see if I can read this. If you haven't already seen, this kit's going to contain enough supplies to create 9 cards, coordinating envelopes, comes with our normal stamping spot, exclusive stamp set, and it's designed to be a keepsake box. to keep mementos, cherish memories, reminders of what's yet to come. Includes uplifting sentiments and promotes emotional connection and growing friendships. And I posted a video last week about, it was a video that Shelly did herself. And if you haven't had a chance to watch it, go watch it. It's about a 4 or 5 minute video, and Shelly really takes a real deep dive into what she puts in her box and what she keeps in her box. And that'll give you some ideas and inspiration for what you can do with yours. Okay, well, I am still looking. Okay, but the subscription period ends August the 10th. Okay, so as long as you go and subscribe, reactivate by August 10th. Now, these could sell out earlier too, because her boxes have been known in the past to be super popular. So if you're concerned about it selling out before you have a chance to go get it, I would go subscribe now. Everything I'm talking about, the links will be in the description after the video, so that you can go straight to those links and either subscribe or, you know, place your order for your qualifying to get the kit in the mail. I think I've gone officially crazy, you guys. I still can't find what I'm looking for. I think it's a YouTube song as well. And then don't forget, we have our designer series paper that's on sale. All of these select papers here are on sale for $9.78, except for In Good Taste, and that's because it's a pretty large pack to begin with. And so that one's on sale for $17.85. But this designer series paper sale goes through August the 2nd, which is the day before the new mini catalog goes into effect, which is this one right here. If you've not been able to get your hands on a copy of our new mini catalog, we can't show you what's on the inside right now, but we can certainly show you the products and tease you with the outside. But if you need a mini catalog, it also is going to coincide with the start of our second celebration for this year. So if you need a catalog, when you join my email list, and the link will be in the description, you're going to get a copy of, if you need the annual, I've got annual ones, or if you need the mini, or if you need all three of them, join my email list. Let me know when you're making your selections, and I'll send those out to you. If you're a demonstrator, I have a different special gift for you for joining my email list. Just make sure you leave me your mailing address when you do all of that. Okay, so let me get these out of the way. And I'm still looking. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, well, let me get... Okay, we got Carol, and then we write down on here the in color. So let's do the in color drawing. And then I basically will have to tell you what it is, because somewhere I managed to misplace the prize. Okay, so let me go back. It'll go back. Go back. Go back. I'm like, why is this not going back? There we go. So here is our, of course it wants to do an offer from Chrome. I'm like, no. Trying to get this wheel back open, and hopefully I can. It's probably right in my face too, and I don't even see it. Or mixed in with some supplies over here to my right. I'm just looking again. just to make sure, because I really have no idea where it is. Okay, well anyway, we're going to go ahead and proceed. Okay, so everybody that participated in the In Color quiz last week, I pulled the names as of last night. We had a lot of soft succulents. I was soft succulent, but we had a lot of other soft succulents too. So it was real interesting, because as demonstrators we can read all of the descriptions before you know, we do it. So it was kind of interesting to go ahead and do this quiz. Like I said, I was soft succulent, but these are all of the people that participated in that survey and also posted their result as well. So let's go ahead and spin for that, and then I'll have to tell you what the prize was. Make sure. Who is it? To make sure it was going to stop. So Diane, I don't know if Diane's watching right now. I know she's been watching kind of replays lately and catch her every now and then. But Diane Kilborn, she said she was soft succulent. And so Diane is actually on my team. So I have her address. So Diane, if you're watching the replay, the prize is, and I know I have it because I had it here right before the live, is a package of the 2021 to 2023 In Color jewels. So they're the ones that look like rhinestones, but there's one of every color of our 2021 to 2023 In Color. So congratulations, Diane. And let me write her name on the side. And that was kind of like a little pop-up quiz I did. So, but thank you all for participating. I like to get that kind of participation from you guys. All right, let me catch up. See who else. Landa. Darla said no, sorry. That's my other name. I think I caught up. If I missed anybody, like I said, I'll go back and look at the comments. And then I'll probably just randomly talk about some other stuff while I'm demonstrating, because there are, if you're on my email list, yesterday I sent out just a quick blast. Had a lot of great information on it, you guys. If you're in Alabama, your U.S. sales tax holiday sale started yesterday. So look for your emails, because that was one of the biggest things I wanted to announce. There's a chart in there that says all of the other states that there's 11 states that's participating. And so you want to see when your state starts the sales tax, the free sales tax holiday weekends. And for Texas, it was later next month, but it coincides with like when the new catalog, the new mini catalog comes out. So they're not all the same, excuse me, they're not all the same weekend. So you want to go make sure you check out that list. And then it's also on my blog. There'll be a link in the description when we're done, the whole 9 yards. So I just want to make sure y'all know about it, because there are some Stampin' Up! Items that qualify for sales tax, for free sales tax. And there are limits, but it's a pretty good selection of adhesives and color the colors, certain coloring items and things like that. So just wanted to remind you about that. And we'll go ahead and go into this, and then as I come across things, I'll just talk about them. But we're going to case the catalog again. I want to do this at least once a month, and it's been about a month since I did the last one. And so we're going to go and showcase one of the older stamp sets. It's in our annual catalog. So if you have your annual catalog, it's on pages 24 and 25, the Painted Poppies Stamp Set, which is this one right here. And it coordinates with our painted labels dies. So got a lot of different dies in here. This one's kind of a mess because I need to go through and take my extra cut pieces and stuff out. But the dies that are in here, like this one, these two leaves, what else? I think that's it. I think those are the only ones. I could be wrong. I think that's it. These are the ones that cut out or die cut out these images here. Okay, and then you have two of these leaves. So there's two of those. So we're going to be using the Painted Poppies, and then we're also going to be using these dies. Now I've already die cut everything out. We're really just going to be doing some assembling with this card. Let me get this back in here. I need to put a magnet sheet in here, and that'll help kind of contain all that a little bit better. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to case that card right there. Is that not gorgeous? That uses the one of the new embossing folders, the macrame embossing folder, and then we're going to be breaking out our blends. I had to look to see how this thing was put together. Now, if you're a demonstrator, you know, we get, there's a file that's available to us where we can go look to see what all did they use to put that together. Because a lot of times in these pictures, it may feature this one, you know, a stamp sentiment from here, but some of the items may be from products that are in the rest of the catalog. And so we call them the recipes, basically. So I went and printed my little recipe, and then you kind of have to figure measurements out because they don't give you measurements. So what I did is, this was my version, okay? And there's a reason why mine's just a little bit different, okay? And so let me put this aside. And get my adhesive out and everything else, but this was my version. Okay, the only thing that is different about this is this little strip right here on the left hand side. Okay, and the reason why it's different is because I don't have the Stitchery stamp set, and they did that with that. So what I did is I kind of improvised. Everything else is the same, the colors, the cardstock, the embossing folder, the blends, everything else is the same except for that. And what I did is I broke out the subtles 6x6 designer series paper. So you know we have one in every color family. I took the mint macaron piece out of here, and because that picture in the catalog was of stitching kind of going horizontal, I took out the piece, the designer series piece, that was these little lines with these dots, and then I just made sure to cut it lengthwise so that it looked like it was stitching, you know, going horizontal, just to kind of match it up a little bit. So that's my version. Okay, so we're going to put that together. I saved a couple of pieces for blends, and then I've already done one piece and two of the leaves, and then we'll do some stamping. Okay, so let's put this together. Just want to show you guys how you can really make the cards that are in our catalogs. They're so easy. And well, I've managed to misplace even my bone folder. So we're going to use a block, and hopefully I won't get ink on this. But if you don't have a bone folder, use the edge of an acrylic block. I don't know why I seem to have lost a lot of things lately. Okay, and I will also put measurements in the description when we're done. Oh, there's my bone folder. It had fallen in my drawer. But this is a piece, this embossed piece here is 3 inches wide by 5¼ inches tall. Okay, just some basic white. I actually kind of like the tone-on-tone colors, you know. Who likes tone-on-tone colors? And then this is going to go directly onto the cardstock base front. And I'm going to pretend like it's a full mat, because normally the mat's 4 by 5¼ but I'm still going to leave about 1/4 inch all the way around. Now I noticed in their picture, their other piece that they had actually, and what they did on that is they used white embossing powder to make it stand out as much as it did. So because I'm doing this, I'm just going to have it be a piece of designer series paper. But what I did is, this is an inch strip, and I cut it to be the height of the card. So this is a 1 inch by 5½ inch piece of this designer series paper. You just have to make sure, you know, if you wanted it to go horizontal, that you did it that way. So this piece is going to line up with exactly the top of the card. So we want to leave it where it's at the top of the card, and just kind of bring it down there, because what I did is I didn't want it to be exactly on the fold, so when you go to open the card, it makes it easy, so it's just slightly over that piece. And then there's a little bit of space in between this embossed cardstock and that designer series paper. Okay, so it's something a little different, which I like. I actually like that style. Y'all may see me start to do a little more of that, just because, you know, we're used to putting on a full mat and then another mat and that kind of thing. This kind of breaks it up and gives it a little bit more of a design. So I like that idea. Okay, and so now I went ahead and stamped and die cut. We have 3 flowers. These 2 flowers are the same, and then I've got 3, can't get that, 3 leaves. Okay, so what we're using here is we're going to be using our blends. Okay, so we're going to start with light pale papaya. I'm just going to color these for you right before your eyes. So I'm going to go over the entire floral image in pale papaya, the light pale papaya. Okay, so I'm just going to color, and then I'm going to end up going back with the darker pale papaya, and then coming back with this one and blending some more. So I'm just going to do this while I am looking off to the side and talk about some other things while I'm doing this. Okay, so the first thing, get that open. The first thing I want to talk about is my Stamp Into Summer promotion. So it started last month. It is going to end on August the 2nd. Okay, so there is still time to get some entries into my Stamp Into Summer promotion. People have ordered from me that are eligible. So if you have ordered from me and you have placed at least a $35 order, you may not realize this, but you have an entry into my promotion. If you've placed a $70 order, which I've had those too, you have 2 entries, and only a small handful of people have reported their entries. And so you're missing out. There's 3 prizes that I'm going to give out once this mini catalog, once the mini catalog goes live. And the first one is a $50 shopping spree with me, Stampin' Up. And then the second one is going to be a bundle of your choice that's going to be a $35 or less value. And then the third prize is a paper share of all the new papers in the mini catalog, the new mini catalog. Just the paper share. So there's 3 prizes up for grabs. I'm taking the color lifter and going back over it just to give it, take off some of that color. So it's not so, it's gonna, and it'll dry a little bit lighter than that. So that's all that is. So if you have a boo-boo somewhere with your blends, or you wanna lighten up a certain area, if it got too dark, you can always take your color lifter and it will take some of that off, okay? And it doesn't stain. Well, at least mine's not ever stained on anything I've used it for. Okay, so I've got my other flower, and then I'm going to do this one in Calypso Coral. Okay, so while I'm coloring on this one, I'm going to do light, and then I'm going to go back and do dark Calypso Coral. Okay, so if you've ordered from me, make sure you go visit my blog link and click on the Stamp Into Summer promotion and click that survey on how to report your entries. There's some pretty easy ones on there too. Like, to give you an example, you know, if you've attended a class, whether it's in person or to go, you've got some entries. If you brought a friend to that class, you got some entries. If you're signed up for my retreat in October, which there's only like 4 spots now for the live retreat, but it still counts if you take it to go. That was like the bonus. That's like 10 entries. That's a good way to get like ahead of the game. But there's a survey on that link where you go and report all of your entries, because I'm not keeping up with them. Okay, so I'm going back over with my light one, and we're going to do some blending. Okay, so I want some more blending to happen in here. I think I did it too dark. This one too dark. I'll probably give away my other one I did. But that's the beauty of these. You can always go back and do some more coloring and really blend in those areas. It's going to be pretty dark on the opposite side. I was kind of heavy-handed on that first one. But if it gets too dark, don't forget you have your color lifter as well. Okay. And then, of course, with these poppies, you can make it any color you want. Any color. There's 50 of them to choose from. Really. Okay. And then let me take my color lifter, because you can kind of make some look like they're, you know, a little shadow, a little brighter. Like maybe the sun is kind of shining on that one little area right here. So, see? That one did kind of, then again, that's a red one. So, just like our water painters, you know, if something at the edge catches on, just kind of scribble it off till it comes through clean, and then you'll be fine. Okay, so then now what we're going to do is, we got all our little coloring out of the way. We're going to stamp, and we're going to stamp in Memento ink, and this particular sentiment says, "Wishing you every happiness this special day will bring," which could mean anything. Birthday, some kind of a celebration. Let me get this lined up. There we go. I think that stamping that in that Memento ink, I think really does bring out the black trim that is in the stamped images, since those were also stamped in Memento ink. We got one more, we got a color right there, but let me put this down. So we're going to get this down first. I'm going to leave a little bit on the right hand side, and let me go ahead and color this one. This one is using dark spruce. Let me use the light one. Is light. I'm going to use light spruce because dark spruce is really dark. and I'm just doing the inside little stems there. And then I'm going to take dark mint macaron and blend it. I'm going to color the rest of it and blend that dark spruce into that. Cute. There we go. Okay, so now I have all of those done. Now let's put these down. We got some dimensionals here. We're going to put one on the back of each one. We're going to put that one right here. Then we're going to put the larger one. That one really bled through. That's why you want to have something to protect your surface so that it doesn't bleed through onto your table. And then let's put this one right here. And then the last one, the last poppy, we're going to kind of put right on top of this one. And then we're going to attach these leaves with some glue dots. I'm going to have one stick out there. Get this one. I'm going to have another one stick out right there. Look at those colors pop, you guys. Love it. And if you like purple, Veronica, if you're watching, I did a purple one just for you, Veronica. It's coming up after this. And then this one can go up underneath here. That way there's some dimension going on with all of those. And then the last thing that it called for was, Roy broke out the Expressions in Ink ephemera pack, and it's the little sequins that we're going to be using. Okay, and then we're going to put, let's see if I can grab that. Yeah, might be easier for my hands. I'm going to put one right there. Let me just do it with my fingers. Those are easy to grab onto. I'm going to put one right there. We put one right there, and I thought I had 4. Maybe I put 4 on the next one. Yeah, that's it. Little sequins. One popped off over there. There we go. So there you have it. There is card number 1. By the way, we're only doing 2 cards today. But there's card number 1. That's the one I did, and then that's the one I just did, and you can tell this one's a lot darker. So this one I used the color lifter a lot, and you can tell. Kind of bleached off most of that color on there. But there is, we'll use this one. I'm going to use the color lifter more on that one after we're done. But look, you guys, you can make what's in the catalog. You can make it a little different if you don't have all of the supplies, but that is one way to incorporate embossing folders. You got some stamping and using your blends, using some designer series paper, some die cuts. I love it. This was one of my favorite ones when it came out. Lots of pretty colors, cards that you can make with that. So don't forget about the stuff. I know people are showing lots of things in the new catalogs, but don't forget, you guys, we have an annual catalog that is still packed with so many cute stamps that are just not being loved right now. Okay, so Veronica, Darla says you make it look so easy. It is easy. It is easy. But you know what? It's not because it's me. I'm not gloating or anything like that. But, you know, I just showed you guys. I mean, other than the fact that I didn't do all of the die cutting and all of that in front of you just to save time. But, you know, you guys really can make the things that are in our catalogs. And that's what we're here to show you. You know, so if you bought that stamp set last year and you're like, I don't know what to do with it. You know, here, this is a nice fresh idea for a fresh card project. You know, you can make it part of a gift, some kind of a little gift basket bundle. You know, it's endless, you guys. It really is. Stella says, cute card. Veronica, well, I'm watching. Veronica, this purple one is for you, girl. I know how you like purple, so I'm like, well, I'm going to do almost the same version of that card, but I'm just going to throw some purple in there. So we got some, let me get this straight here. Now that I found my bone folder. We got some Highland Heather and some Fresh Freesia going on with this card. So we got two different kinds of purples. And I broke out the Fresh Freesia open weave ribbon. Okay, so this card we are going to open this way. So I made this one landscape. So I had to change up the dimensions of when I cut everything. So make sure this is the right side. So let's put our little piece of basic white macrame on. Same thing, we're going to pretend like it's a mat. Okay, and then we're going to get our piece of designer series paper down, which measures the full 4 1/4. So it goes all the way to the top and then goes all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so we got that out of the way. I have a basic white mat, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp while I'm thinking about it. And I decided to stamp on basic white, and then what I did is I took another one of the same dies in Fresh Freesia, and then I cut it in half. Okay, because I only wanted to use half because on this card you wouldn't be able to see really the other half. So that's what I did. So we're going to be using half of the same die cut so that we can mat that underneath. And this one's going to be same thing. Wishing you every happiness this special day will bring in memento. Okay, and then we're going to mat that piece. So let's get some adhesive on this side. And then you take this and just a little bit shows. Okay, so now we have that mat hanging out on the outside, and I just did that. So I'm going to end up giving away my sample. I didn't realize my finger had smudged that. Boo-hoo. Well, let's go ahead and put this on. You know what? I'm going to put it on with a dimensional, and I'll go back and fix it because I want that to be right. That way it's just barely tacked on. So we're going to go ahead and put that on, and then we'll put our flowers on. That way I can pull that out afterwards. Okay, so same thing. I got a couple of flowers, a couple of leaves. Could have sworn there was 3 leaves here. What happened to the third one? Darla, did you see where that went? I'm asking Darla. All right, we'll just continue with this. But what I did is I used, what did I use on here? Highland Heather. I used Highland Heather. Dark Highland Heather. And light. So same thing. We're going to color this real quick while I browse around for my, get this color real quick, for my third leaf. There was the third leaf on here. Actually, I think there's 5 leaves around here somewhere. Okay, so we're just going to color that in. Get around the edge there, try to fill in, and then go back in with our dark one. Dark Highland Heather. Oops. You can use little light wispy strokes, and that helps. And I generally will just kind of follow the lines. course, if you want more control over what you're doing, you can use our coloring pencils, or if you like watercoloring, you can also use our ink and just use our watercolor painters. You can certainly do that. And then I'm going to go back over it in the light version and blend it in. And then if it's too much, we can take the color lifter and blend all that in. It'll dry lighter once it's done. Work those lines. That'll work. Okay, so let's put these on. And then I also have a couple of strips of this fresh freesia. I'm gonna do a long one and then a small one. Okay, so let me put these two together. In order to get a little V out of this, I'm gonna put a glue dot on there so that I can let it stick together. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with this larger one. Let me get a glue dot on there. Get a V, and then I'll trim these tails. There's that guy that drives by super quick. Let me do the small one while I'm thinking about it. Let's clean this one up right there. And then I'm hoping that little other leaf will pop up somewhere. Okay, so let's put these on. Let's put, just like we did the other one, let's put this smaller one on first. There. And then the larger one will go on top. And then the smaller one again. I think I had that more off. Let's do this. Yeah, I'll probably definitely give away the other one. Move that over a little bit there. Okay, and then let's do this one. Okay. Now these two pieces, we're going to put some glue dots on the front side of that, because we're going to put this one kind of back here so that piece comes out. And then the smaller one, we're going to put a glue dot on the front of that as well, so that we can put that one right through here. I'm just dressing it up a little bit. Okay, and then we have the leaves, which once I find that third one, I'll put it on, because I know I did extra leaves. Get a glue dot on the front of that. Kind of cover that little boo-boo up there that I made. And then get another glue dot. Yeah. And then put that one over here. I'm going to put that more towards the front. And then when I find that other one, I'll stick it in on that little piece right there that seems, that's open. Because I know I did them. I know I did them. Okay, so let me move all this out of the way. We'll just look at that one as the finished, as the finished one. So there you have it. There's your 2 cards for today that were totally cased from the catalog. Let me bring the catalog in there. So this just shows you, yes, you can make things out of the catalog. They can be exact. They can be not so exact. You can change up the orientation, and you can change, oh, I forgot to put the little things on that one too. But I'm going to go back and fix this one anyway. So I'll go back and put the little sequins on it. That's what was missing on the other one, because I like this one better. Plus, I also ended up using, on this one right here, I ended up adding, I don't know if you can see that. There you go, you can see that. I ended up adding Wink of Stella on the flowers. So see, you can also add a few extra items in order to dress up the cards so that they can look even better than what's in the catalog. So I will go back through all of the comments. Thank you, Cindy. And Carol loves the cards. Thank you, Carol. Let's see. You're the queen of smudging, Carol. Yeah, that one was like, oh no. But you know what? That Memento ink really does sometimes take a few moments to dry, and I know I shouldn't have touched it, but I'm going to go back and fix that one because I do want a good clean one for myself. But what I will do is when I go to give these away, I'm definitely going to give away the one that I had already done, that I was able to take my time on when I was putting together. So, but there you have it. Thank you all for joining me this Sunday afternoon. I'm going to go update all of the links in my description after I'm done with the video, so you got to give me a few minutes. I had to leave earlier to take one of my kittens to a little ER visit trip, but lots going on. So if you're on my email, you got that email about the tax-free shipping weekend. You got it about the monthly online ordering special, the designer series paper sale, my Stamp into Summer promotion, and then also you got a little sneak peek that my product shares are going to be coming soon. So by the end of today, that blog will be updated with all of the mini catalog product share information. So thank you all. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon, and don't forget, I will be back Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time in order to do the second page layout. So if you like scrapbooking or want to learn how to use Stampin' Up! Products for scrapbooking, I invite you to join us Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.